If you give me $0 right now and you told me to start a Shopify dropshipping business from scratch in 2026, here's exactly what I would do. And it's definitely not the stuff people were teaching in 2020. Not import tons of products to your Shopify store and test each and every one of them. That doesn't work anymore, and honestly, back then, it didn't even work. What dropshipping looks like in 2026, whether it's still worth doing, and what you need to have ready before you spend a single dollar. So let's get right into it. First, what is Shopify? This is real quick because I'm sure many of you already know what Shopify is. Shopify is a platform that allows you to build an online store. You don't need to know how to code, you don't need a developer. You sign up, pick a layout, and then build out your entire store. Now you're probably thinking, why not sell on Amazon or Etsy instead? Here's the thing, on those platforms, they own the customer, not you. On Shopify, you own everything. The store, the brand, the email list. Every single thing that you build and grow is yours. I do want to be straight up with you and explain all the costs. Because when I say $0, I do mean that. There's a monthly plan with Shopify, you do need a domain, and maybe a couple apps down the line in order to make your store even better. When I say $0, I mean zero money spent on inventory. That's the main part that would scare people from starting an e-commerce store, having inventory that doesn't sell. But with dropshipping, that's not the case. Now dropshipping, here's a mechanic. Here's exactly what it is all the way down. You find a product, you build a brand around that product on your store. When somebody buys your product, your supplier overseas ships this product out to your customer. You're essentially the middleman. You never touch the product, you never hold any inventory, and you don't pack any orders. But here's something I need you to forget about when you think about dropshipping. If you're picturing the old version, customers waiting over 20 days for the product to come in, customer angry messaging about where their order is, and how this doesn't work anymore, that version is exactly what gave dropshipping a bad rep. But everything's completely changed. What's actually changed is the supply chain has caught up. There's warehouses close to our customers now, fulfillment networks that move a lot faster. So when people tell you dropshipping doesn't work in 2026, what they're actually describing is what dropshipping was like in 2017. It was a completely different business at that point. Let me actually give you a number instead of saying it's faster fulfillment. Where fulfillment used to mean 2 to 3 weeks minimum, a lot of suppliers are getting the product to the customer in literally 5 to 7 days, which is absolutely insane. And even sometimes faster depending on the network. That's not promising you Amazon Prime speed. It's not that. But it's the difference from a customer who placed the order and forgot about it to a customer who's constantly messaging you following up on the order. Why does this actually matter for you? Because refunds and chargebacks are slowly going to destroy your business. A customer who's waiting over 3 weeks to get their product in hand is an angry customer. They're either going to ask for a refund, which is going to put you at a loss, or they're going to file a chargeback, which will put you at an even bigger loss. Because not only are you going to be charged a fee for that chargeback, there's also a potential for you to lose the chargeback. And as well, if you get chargebacks, this can potentially shut down your entire business and you won't be able to process payments anymore. That could mean money you spent on ads gone. And at the end of the day, you do not want that. Faster fulfillment isn't just a nicer experience. It's what actually keeps your business to hold up and run smoothly. If this is important to you and you're trying to build a real sustainable e-commerce business, then this is so important. I'm not going to go too deep on the fulfillment side today. That's a whole separate video that will come up shortly. In that video, I'll walk you through exactly step by step how to fulfill your orders. Today, it's about the bigger picture. Let's talk about how the money actually works with real numbers so this isn't abstract and confusing for you. Say a product costs about $10 from your supplier. You sell it for $30, that's a $20 profit margin that you'll be making. Now, let's say you spend some money on ads. Let's say $8 to make that order. That $20 becomes $12, and that's your profit. Here's the loop. Traffic comes in, lands on your store, order is placed, fulfillment handles the rest, and you do it again over and over. So as you can see, it says here, connect your dedicated agent for quick service. Next, click on store management in the left navigation. Next step, click Shopify to authorize access to your store. So this is how you're going to connect your Shopify store. And then click view more. So just some more information about how to connect it. Pretty straightforward. Now we're just going to close this. And I'm just going to give you a quick rundown through the entire Dropshore. Website. So from dashboard all the way to accounts. So here we are on dashboard. This is just going to show you the new orders, pending payments, paid orders, support tickets, then as well your transactions, and every account gets an account manager. So here's your account manager, Rowan at dropshare.com. There you go. And they also give you notifications so you're up to date with any types of holidays, so you're in the know at all times. Then it says here, get successful with Dropshare, finish 4 tasks to unlock a $10 reward. So connect your agent, connect your Shopify store, publish or source products, and complete your first order. So when you do all of this, you're going to get a $10 credit. Now, let's go into sourcing. So sourcing is where you can simply just drop in your link from AliExpress or wherever, Amazon, Shopify link, and you can just simply drop it here. And what's going to happen is they're actually going to give you a quote for that product. So you'll understand exactly how much it's going to cost for you to buy that product and sell it on Shopify. Then as well, if you don't actually have a link, you can actually just simply put the product name. If there's a URL, you can add it and then talk about the product, the description, the budget you have, and all that kind of information, and simply submit this. Now we go into the products tab. So the products tab is a little bit different. This is where it shows you current products that people are currently selling. So if you are looking for products, this is definitely a good option too, to see other types of winning products that are being sold. And these are all winning products. I've actually seen a lot of these products that we're looking at here are absolute bangers. So you can scroll through here, go through the winning products. We can also go like recommended products here. So simply just go through here, look around if there's any cool, unique products you'd like to sell. Now the next one is product connection. And the next one is orders. So orders is where we show you all the orders that you have from your Shopify store. So once you integrate your Shopify store with Dropshipper, you're going to see all of your orders that are coming in, and all that information will be there for you. So as you can see, you have all your orders, quoting, pending payment, paid, processing, shipped, out of stock, canceled, orders on hold, pay in progress. So all that information is there for you, just so you understand what's going on with every single order that you get. Then we also have a virtual warehouse. So let's say you have a warehouse where it's holding inventory of your products. So some people who are drop shipping and they want to save time on shipping, then they'll do something like this where they'll order inventory and then ship it to the warehouse. So it sits at the warehouse in China and then gets shipped to the customer from there. This saves the processing time and makes it a lot faster. So right here, you can see if you have that, as you can see, if you had that, you'd have the location and then all the product SKUs, and you'd be able to understand how much product you have of each and every type of product that you're selling. Then you have your wallet. So you add your money. So here you have is your wallet. So this is where you add money into your account in order to fulfill orders. So you can simply just top up money on your account and then pay for the orders that you get. Then you can see here store management. So you can actually add Shopify, WooCommerce, eBay, TikTok, Etsy, even offline store, and Amazon. So any of these you can simply use with Dropshipper. Then as well, one of my favorite things is you can actually add roles to your account on Dropshipper. So especially with VA, it's super important for your VA to understand what's going on in your Shopify store. So they can see when they're communicating to customers, they can see when the product's being shipped, how long is the product going to take. So here's a role section. This is one of my favorite parts because this allows you to add roles into your Dropshipper dashboard. So this is especially important if you have a VA who is working with your customers and answering any of their questions and concerns. So they'll be able to access all the tracking information and see how long the product is taking in order for it to get to the customer. So this is super important, and I would definitely utilize it. Then accounts as well. You can see the different types of accounts. You can actually add more accounts to your Dropshipper account as well. So that's basically everything you can see here on Dropshipper. It's pretty simple, straightforward, and easy to use. Again, I want you to actually hear this part. This is a marketing business. It is not a product business. The product is just the vehicle. And this is where most people get it backwards. They think the hardest part is finding the right product, and it's not. I've seen the same product that flopped for one person get insane results for another person. The hard part is traffic and converting that traffic into sales. Getting the right eyes on the product so it actually sells. If there's one thing that I want you to walk away with from this video is to understand that it's not really about the product. It's about how you advertise that product. Now, the question that everybody's here for, is dropshipping dead? No, but I get why people ask that question. The market has definitely got more competitive than what it once was. Here's the thing though, that's actually good for you. It means lazy operators who literally just tested a product and quit right away, they're going to be weeded out for you. There's much more space for someone who's actually going to do this properly and make it work and not give up after the first product. A few things have actually changed for the better. AI has made creating content and producing videos much easier and cheaper. Stuff that used to take an entire team and cost thousands of dollars literally can be done with the click of a couple buttons. Fulfillment has become a lot faster and more reliable. Targeting your certain audience has got a lot easier. You can actually find the right audience for your product without guessing. But I'm going to be straight up with you because I'd rather lose a subscriber than lie to you. This is not for you if you want passive income with zero effort. That doesn't exist. Not here, not anywhere. This is for you if you're trying to run it like a real business for at least 3 to 6 months without giving up. If that's not you, no hard feelings. Go on to the next video. Let me paint the actual picture for you because I think a lot of you don't really have a reference point to what all this really looks like. Week 1, you're setting up the store, payment processor, your first 3 to 5 products loaded in, and a first batch of creatives. And hey, you might not even spend any money on ads yet, and that's totally fine. Week 2, you're launch testing. You're spending small, $20 to $30 per product test. And to be honest, this is the most important part because this is when you're testing that product to see if it's a winning product or not. And based on the information you get, whether you're getting good results or bad, you can make that decision. And if a product is not profitable, then that's not failure. That's progress. You're seeing what works, what doesn't work, and how you can make it better. At the end of the day, you're paying for the data you get. By week 4, if you actually stuck with it, you should have at least one product showing you something. Not necessarily profitable, but showing signs of it. A click-through rate that's decent, some sales even if the math isn't perfect. Weeks 5 through 8 is where things really take off. This is where you push. More ad spend, more creatives, a better offer for your customers. This is really where the first profitable week really comes up. I'm not telling you this to slow you down. I'm telling you this because when week 2 feels rough and you want to give up, don't. Because to be honest, week 2 is rough for everybody. A lot of people get second thoughts and give up. But imagine if you didn't give up. Imagine if you locked in and never quit. Imagine where you'd be today. So before you go ahead and spend a single dollar, here's exactly what you actually need lined up. First, some starting capital for ads. I'm not going to dodge this with a vague answer. Realistically, a couple $100 just to test out the product. This is the most important part because this is where you're just testing it all out for yourself. Second, be honest with yourself. How much time can you actually put into this business? If it's just 2 hours on a Sunday evening, that's not enough. You actually have to put time and effort into this. Thirdly, you need to be able to make content. This isn't optional anymore. Creatives have become the most important part of running ads. And honestly, it can be done just using your phone. And fourth, patience. You need to have patience when you're running this business model because there will be a lot of ups and downs and you can't just give up after the first product. If I gave up after the first product, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So that's the real version, what Shopify actually is and what dropshipping looks like and how the money works when it comes to dropshipping. So if this is something that you feel like it's worth it for you, then I would definitely recommend it. But it's important that you treat it like an actual business model because that's exactly what it is. In the next video, I'll be showing you exactly how to find winning products that you'll find before anybody else does. Not just using a simple tool and you're going to make money right away. It's a lot more than that. So I hope you did enjoy that video. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Leave a comment for any videos you want to see in the future. And if you want to use Dropship for fulfillment, there's going to be a link in the description. So now that you understand all of this and what exactly Shopify dropshipping is, I want to show you exactly how you can sign up today with Dropship. So all you're going to do is simply click the link in the description and it's going to give you an option to start a free trial today. Simply click that link, and what you're going to do is simply click start free trial today. And all you're going to do is click start your free trial today. Now you're just going to create an account. So I already have one, so I'm simply going to connect with my Gmail account. Now it's just going to ask you some of your personal information, submit that, and go on to the next step. Then they have a couple more quick questions here. What do you sell? So what type of products? And then they have a couple questions here. So just a few questions to serve you better. Do you sell? So how are you currently selling? Current challenges you're going through? Do you need branding, custom packaging services? So if you need that, it's definitely a good option to use. How did you use, and then how did you hear about our service? So you can either do maybe later or just click done. Simply click that link, sign up with Dropship, and Dropship will be able to fulfill all your dropshipping orders for you on autopilot. If you enjoyed this video, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.